Anupeshwaraya ji, here with us, attorney at law. I know the kids are waiting on the back to perform.
No, let them sit there.
Yeah.
Here.
Yes,
Here
and I request Archita to welcome Anuji with flowers. Anuji, it's an honor to have you here. Please be with us for a little while. Enjoy the program, and I request Mr. Joshi to talk a few words about it, and we have to hear from you too.
I will take just 2 minutes to introduce the chief guest today here. I think the Anuji Peshavarya does not need any special introduction because she is one of the leading attorneys in California, and she has now covered the whole globe because from different countries she gets calls for advice. And she travels almost, in North America and then India, Canada, and satellite. And somewhere or the other she was very busy and she could have not been able to come here. But I requested her, to come and address her, for 5-10 minutes. We are all, our problem mostly is the immigration law which has come up now recently, and we do not know the implications. Now, it says 11 million unlawful or illegal immigrants are being naturalized. What we are worried is we have hundreds of or even thousands of professional, highly educated, high-tech people, persons here who are working here on very temporary visas, like H1 or even lower than that. Just, they are permitted to work, pay social security, pay taxes, and they do not know their fate. So their fate hangs in balance. So this is one reason why all the Indian community people are worried how the latest law affects them, such people particularly. So we are going to bank on you for your guidance, advice, and maybe there are certain cases where the lawyers spoil the case by misinterpreting. But now, since you are the best, you have got so many awards, and so you have got so much of recognition by the government of federal government of USA. We want you to please take up this lead for us. So I can only say that, and then there are so many things about Anuji. I can only say in one word. I think this India produced some of the best heroic women. I think after Jhansi Ki Rani, we have two brave ladies here. One is Anu Peshavarya, because of, she is not only in the literary field, she has been in the Wimbledon race also. So she has many more heroic things like her sister. You know her, Kiran Bedi. So both these daughters have done lot of work, and there now we need very badly in India people like her, some patriotic people who can arrest, who can curb all this violence and then dishonesty and tax evasion and all those things. So we would like you and your sister also, although she is not here, we make a request, joint request to both of you to save India from further whatever extent you can. Of course, it is impossible to correct the whole thing. So I think I wanted to say these two things so that will bring out what kind of, aura you enjoy here in California. So thank you very much for coming over here, and then please take some few minutes to explain, and we will follow you up, because if you go there, if your work is not over, we are going to follow you up. A lot of cases will be there, and they will all approach us, and then we will direct them to you. We may have to open some separate desk also for this. Thank you very much.
Coming in between the dance and you, I think you'll have to wait. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am. It's such a pleasure to be invited by Mr. Joshi, whom I met yesterday, and he himself is such a pioneer in creating this music foundation. So I want to let you know that it's always when you're addressing for the first time a new gathering, it's best to tell them who I really am. When we read some of these spiritual books, we don't go by the titles that we have alone, but we also share the compassion or whatever we feel for our country and how we came here. I was the youngest of the 4 sisters in India. We were 4 sisters, so my sister Kiran Bedi was number 2. And the oldest of our sisters has been in Montreal, and she's a very leading most artist, and she has an art gallery in Montreal. She's been here 50 years. She's older to Kiran. And there's one younger to Kiran who's a very, very social and very credible psychologist and a doctor in London. And she's the 3rd sister. And I was the 4th, who was the baby sister. I was born 13 years afterwards. So I was a baby, and I had 2 mothers and my real mother mothering me since I was a child. So my sister Kiran was like a mother to me. She has raised me, and I was in school when I first joined her in Delhi, when she joined in 1972 the Indian Police Service. And then I was the first girl from India to play Wimbledon tennis. When I went to play Wimbledon in 1979, I was playing years from 12 o'clock in the heat in New Delhi till 4 o'clock. Our feet used to burn, but we were so excited when we would get the medal for our country and our tricolour would go up. It was so exciting as a tennis player. And all our life, I used to play matches throughout the world. And then it was also my parents who were always there for us. My mother used to carry my books to the tennis court so I could appear for an exam the next day. And my father wanted me to become a tennis champion. And his thing was, you become tennis champion no matter what. My mother said, you become an attorney no matter what. So I had to go and do both the things. And I had my elder sisters to guide me so I could see the things that where they were lacking. So I got that extra, I could see in front of me what I wanted to do in my life. I wanted to have a very happy family also with my husband, who's here today, Mr. Vrinder McCall. I wanted to also be a part of bringing up my son, who's doing law now in California. So that's the background that I come from. So when you want to achieve everything, a harmony at home, harmony at work, studies, play, then what happens is you have no time to socialize. So that's the only thing where I have been lacking is socializing, going and meeting people, because I had to snatch that time from somewhere. So this is how I made my timetable and did everything that I wanted to do. And the biggest thing, when I moved to United States, I was given the Extraordinary Ability Award status in United States. And that was only to few, 1 or 2% in the world that get that. And that is in your own field if you're recognized. So when I came here, what did I see? That was surprising, that so many people had moved to United States, but the biggest problem everybody went through was immigration. Because for 8 to 10 years, people did not know how to get their status legalized. And I had so many people who would land up in jail, getting asylum, or they would ask for H-1B, and the EB-2, EB-3 lines would be so long that by the time they participate in the economy, participate in the social structure, it would take them years. And then, because of immigration, I noticed there were other problems in society. Like girls were on H-4, they were not allowed to work, and many of them having PhDs were at home, and that would result in domestic violence. So I wrote 2 books on this. One is called The Immigrant Dream, and the other is called The Lives on the Brink. Both are available on Amazon. You must see, those are real life cases of people I fought here. And this is all pro bono work I did. I fought for this cause of these women. I fought for the causes of domestic violence and what can be changed in society here. The only compassion that I felt was when in a gurdwara or in a temple I met people and they said, we don't know the laws, we don't know what to do. So I told my husband to divorce me, go get married to my younger sister and bring her here. Because I thought that was the only way to come. And I was stunned. And I said, then what happened? She said, well, now my husband doesn't want to be with me anymore because he's now with my younger sister. And I said, That means you don't know how many kinds of ways there are of coming here. From A to Z, there are provisions of coming to America. You can come as a singer, you can come under P visa, you can come as a L1 entrepreneur from India. Do you know that from India, anybody can come and open a company over here and transfer people from India to here under L1? Do you know there are investor visas where you invest in regional centers, 500,000 you can get a straightaway green card? Do you know you can invest in companies? Do you know H1 is of course the most well known in the Bay Area because everybody here has primarily an H1 and goes through the perm processing. That itself is employment, but besides that there are so many other kinds of visas which you can take up and come to America. Then why use only marriage as the criterion? Because marriage is so sacred, and to misuse that way of coming, I've seen hell of a lot happening in America. It should be avoided. And also the laws in India and United States are totally different. Let me tell you, many people feel that the criminal laws 498A, 406 is in India can be brought to America. No, it cannot be. America is very straightforward. If they find that the woman is telling a lie, she will go behind bars. They are not going to protect you. So laws here are completely different, so you have to be very careful which laws apply to you. Under international law, there is a UNICEF saying 90% of immigrant women face domestic violence in the United States. When such a thing, such an alarming rate is there, that 2 out of 5 marriages are breaking down, it's very important that we investigate the reasons of coming here, find out if we want to come and study, don't use family law, don't use marriages as coming here, use the right law, whichever is in front of you. So this is what I saw and worked towards and wrote these 2 books and continue to do symposiums and a lot of lectures on this, and I write a regular column which is called I Care, and I'm always available to you. I have my offices in Seattle, Washington, in Fremont, California, where I come every once a week, and I'm always available on my email, and you can reach me on my website anuattorney.com, or it's called indianamericanattorney.com, and I always give advice to people who are in trouble or have any way out I can give you to meet the Indian and US immigration structure. And you must see the new bill which is about to come. Whether it gets passed or not is another issue, but it will take years for legalization for people. But yes, H1B has created a big name here, especially half of Silicon Valley has become what it is today because of the H1B workers. So we are fighting for the causes of H1B so that their lines get shorter. And now new laws have also come for people who have been on illegal here can get status under 601A. If there's any person who has some problem about immigration can fit into 1 or 2 of those criteria. A lot of new laws are getting passed. So keep aware. It's on my website and it is translated in all languages on anuattorney.com and Indian American Attorney. So you can go and click under any language, and parents and older people can also read. And all of them, if they have any questions, feel free to reach me on email, and I would love to answer your questions. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you, Anuji. It was very informative. All the information that we got, I'm pretty sure we came to know a lot of stuff that we didn't know. Okay. We have one more honorable guest with us. Yes. So I know we have the other chief guest, Mayor of Milpitas is here. He just entered. He's here. Please be welcome, both of you. Please be with us and enjoy this festival. We have young performers waiting for a long time. Okay, you can stand up now. Thank you for waiting. So what we have done in this program, we have tried to touch different regions of India. So Kathak comes from northern India. So it will be a unique performance because Kathak is going to be done. They're going to dance with live tabla. Students of Tabla Niketans, and these are students of Dance Karishma.
Thank you so much. You have been helping us. Thank you for some time.
That's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I think they deserve a bigger round of applause. Thank you, sir. They have done a wonderful job, and also, जिन्होंने तबला बजाया, क्या बजाया? Wonderful job. Satish ji and Jaya ji, wonderful. You are doing a wonderful job as being your gurus here. Thank you.
Where is Satish? Give a big round of applause to Satish.
Okay, now we set up for the next performance on keyboard. As they set up, I'll request Yoshikaka to welcome Mr. Jose, Milpitas Mayor.
We welcome you, Honorable Mayor here. You are very popular with our Indian community, and that's why we wanted you to be here. We wanted you to be here, and we are obliged. Thank you very much for coming over here and saving your precious time. So you can enjoy as long as you want. We know you are very busy, but let me thank you also because at this Milpitas Library and all, they are so much impressed about our quality of this one. Many times they say, you don't pay even the small fee. They liked it so much. So I would like to thank the library authority as well as Honorable Mayor for extending this beautiful hall. Although it is very small, the ambience is good. And since we don't charge anything, we allow everybody to come freely. So it suits their library's rules. So many thanks for that. 2 minutes just I will take, not much. Jose is a highly educated MBA scholar, civil and industrial engineer, businessman and business consultant. As I told you, he is very popular among the Indian American community here. He likes Indians as they are peace-loving. They don't create violence here and there and all that. They never disturb the peace. So he always likes to help Indian community. So thanks, many thanks for that purpose. He has supported establishment of many Hindu temples, Gurudwara, churches and all that temples, so that this Milpitas should always remain very peaceful and the crime rate is not there almost because of his policies. We hope he will continue with these policies. One more thing, since I was associated with the India Community Center right from the beginning as the founder member of ICSC, which became later India Community Center, Mayor has helped us in many ways to get the use permit, building the plans, approval, architecture and all that thing. And we call him, inviting whenever there are important events. He always is obliged with us. And he always very proud of ICC's very good work being done here. So thank you, sir, on behalf of the audience. And then I would like to say a few words.
Thank you. Namaste. Greetings to all of you. First, I want to greet you. Happy India Independence Day. And last Friday night, we also have a big Independence Day for India at Milpitas City Hall. And the reason we do it is Milpitas is a city of diversity, and we do respect each and every culture and origin, regardless of who you are. That's why when you move around Milpitas, especially in the Indian community, yes, it's true, we have all the different temples, because we respect and serve everybody else. This is one of the more peaceful cities in the area, very low crime rate. We are busy, in fact, you are a very important community to us. I have to apologize because I am now at the Milpitas City Hall doing city business. And I said, let's take a break because I want to come here and congratulate and thank you for coming together and think of India's Independence Day. After all, we are all wanting for independence and we agree on the values that we have on independence. The freedom, the democracy, the human rights and justice that we all enjoy right here in India and around the world. So with that said, hopefully we continue to be great democratic citizens. Any place where we are. Again, as I said, in Milpitas, we are very grateful because we have a big number of Indian leaders in our communities, contributors, commissioners. So with that said, happy Independence Day, enjoy. I love this place. Actually, I'm always proud to say that this is one of my first projects when I got elected as mayor in 2002. and now I'm serving my 5th term. And so I'm happy because this library, as you know, is dedicated to our children, their quality education. And now for parents as well, like all of you, to enjoy this. And yes, we only charge minimum. It's just a gesture of appreciation for your coming, for your coming at an event like this. Actually, yesterday, right in this place, there was an art display of an Indian artist. Her name is Pandimi Satish. I was here as well. And I'm not so happy that the paintings are gone, but I was proud of all her works. She's an Indian American as well, residing in Milpitas. This is one example. So again, to all of you, enjoy this place, enjoy the celebration. Great culture. You know, when we think of Independence Day, we also think of our heritage and our culture and our history. So you should be proud. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Appreciation from the city of Milpitas to Sangeet Dhwani, right?
Sangeet.
I want to present this to the president and the founder, Mr. Pradeep Joshi, for having this event, and for all of you for being here and for your support.
Great honor.
Thank you, Mr. Yes, yes. If you could stay for a while.
Thank you. Thank you.
A big thank you to Anuji and Mr. Jose for being with us again. So we are ready for the next performance.